Can cocaine stop depression? The quick answer is yes, but at the cost of more depression. So in the short term, cocaine can help improve a person's mood. I mean, it makes people feel jovial, happy, overall sense of good being, well-being. However, this is soon replaced by the downside of it, and this is the withdrawal, which happens with cocaine. It's very short-acting, so the withdrawal happens very quickly too, and so the person ends up craving. And so during the craving period, there's a lot of anxiety and stress associated with it, and guess what? This is where depression also can kick in. So yes, during the high itself, a person feels great, but what's going to happen, and it's inevitable, it's unavoidable, is that they're going to go through withdrawal and they're going to feel worse about it. And I can speak from experience that it's like the yin and the yang, so the up and the down. And the down almost inevitably is worse than the up. So a person who's abusing it will end up paying more in the end. So in the long term, it worsens depression. And not only depression, it can worsen anxiety. It can also bring out a psychosis in somebody who's prone to it, i.e. schizophrenia. So there are many problems. So if a person is using this to treat their own depression or anxiety, this is a very unhealthy way to do things. This is completely inappropriate. It'll actually make things worse. If they are considering that they might be prone to depression or anxiety, even if it's from drugs, it's best to speak to your family doctor and to discuss this with them. And sometimes people need a little bit of help from antidepressants, which can help not only with depression, but in small doses can also help with anxiety. And so that's the proper way to treat it. Now, these drugs are much safer. They are safe from overdose. They don't cause weight gain like the early ones did. And they don't cause a flattening of mood or affect, as we call it. So a lot of people are worried that, oh, it's going to take the highs and the lows away. But the newer antidepressant medications are not like that at all. They're very gentle, very subtle, and that's the best way to treat depression. Most importantly, if a person is seriously depressed, it's important to seek help from a healthcare professional, particularly if they're having any thoughts of suicide whatsoever, to be assessed by a healthcare professional. That would constitute an emergency. So in summary, cocaine use to be used for self-medication for depression is a very bad idea because it worsens depression. It'll also worsen anxiety and stress. It is not an effective coping mechanism. Instead, it's best to speak to your family physician. If there's long-standing depression or anxiety, to consider antidepressant medications that can also be used for anxiety, but also to engage in a change in lifestyle that helps a person to identify what's going on in their life, to talk about it, the therapy of it. That's really important as well.
If you or a loved one are looking for help with substance abuse, call our 24/7 helpline at 1-800-615-1067. A caring addiction advisor is awaiting your call.